Morning, everyone. A little bit late. I'm here. I'm here. We're in time. Let me do... I've got most of it ready. Most of it ready. Oh, stayed up too late last night. The Overwatch finished really early, then I stay up late anyway. What a mistake. Morning, Oren. Morning, San. Change the title. It's just music at this point. Morning, Muffin. Morning, Benny. Where am I going? Where's... Discord. Let me give E-Young Max a knock. Max has been on the long shift. Minimize that. Do that. Predictions are up. Let's go over to our screen. Get ourselves a bit of background music. Maybe I'm going to need to do the... Hold on. You're going to use my volume editor again. Hold on. Extensions. Volume drop. Put it up here. Now, this does make the thing a little bit buggy. Oh, wait, is it? Hold on. I guess I have to leave it open. Alright. Let's crank it. And then let's full screen it. And then let's turn it down here. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Alright, we'll play around a little bit when we start. Make sure the game audio of that is right. Thank you, Hydra, as well, for the 4 months. 4 months Prime. Hey, Lemon. Who do you think is winning tonight, Denver or OKC Thunder? Well, with a pretty expert knowledge of what I want to say is basketball, I'm going with it's going to be OKC Thunder pretty comfortably. If you were the Zeta GM, how would you have constructed the roster for this stage? I mean, actually, with the grand power of hindsight, it seems like all the decisions were fine. And that the Alpha Yi Gambit is absolutely perfectly fine. If you watch my power rankings video, you would have heard me be pretty down on Zeta Division as a result of this. But actually, Zeta Division, Alpha Yi looks the part, doesn't he? Hold on, I can't see YouTube chat. Give me a second, YouTube chat. There we go, that's more like it. Hey, LeBron. Another marvellous day for OWCS. Yeah, got some decent games on the cards as well. And Alfie's giving Cheers and break lessons. Yeah, so actually on paper, Zeta Division rosters really works out fine. I mean, I think the Farmer signing is a nothing burger of a signing. I would have probably tried to get Heiser or something instead. That should have been really possible. He seems like a more promising talent than Farmer was. In reality, Zeta's success is going to come from can they get Bernard in on his best heroes. He is an elite tank when he can play the heroes that are good for him, the D.Va, the Orisa, etc. But if I was going to burn that spot, I would have got Heiser, I think, instead. But other than that, the Alpha Gambit seems to be paying off. Thank you, Raven's Doormat. You're coming in with a T1 free OCR prediction. Coming in hot. This is a proper test for T1, who have, I mean, they've also failed some of the tests so far, right? Hold on, we're on the NA colours. Let's get the Asia colours. There we go, boom. So yeah, they've failed some of the initial tests by already losing to all gaming's Global.
아나운서 이준입니다. 네, 반갑습니다. 자, 2주차, 3일차 이제 경기로 인사를 드리는데요. 올드오션과 제타 디비전의 경기 시작 전 각 팀의 대표분들과 함께 인터뷰 진행해 보도록 할게요. 먼저 올드오션 팀 만나보도록 하겠습니다.
Milgari would have been a fire signing. Yeah, I mean, because they already have such a high functioning tank in Bernard, I think it's reasonable enough to gamble on someone a little bit.
제타 디비전의 코치 모비딕이라고 합니다. 반갑습니다.
A little bit younger.
네, 모비딕 코치님도 반갑습니다. 먼저 올드오션 초반 대진이 생각보다 만만치
Crank it right down. Okay. Oh, thank you, Young BZ, for 4 months as well.
크레이지 라쿤, AG OWCS ZETA 디비전까지
When did we get to see Alpha Young Lucio? You just spoke it into existence? Yeah, he played a teeny tiny bit in stage 1.
이번 시즌 초반 계속
But yeah, Lucio will be the big test normally for these people swapping onto a main support role. You always think Violet's level on the Alaris for Briggs. The Kiriko's compared to his level on Lucio, that was always the bigger question. But same was going to be true of Alpha Yu. But he looked passable in that cameo in stage 1. So I think we'll be in a passable category. But actually when he's on the Brig, when he's on the Kiriko, maybe he is just competitive and underrated how good he would be.
2주차까지 8공과의 대결을 제외하면 VC 성남과 온사이드 게이밍처럼
If they're not playing Farmer for this map, when will they play him? Did we see Farmer at all in stage? Not in stage 1, in week 1.
달달한 상대일까요? 아니면 쓴 약 같은 상대일까요?
What am I looking at this? No way he's looking for assistant coach, I'm guessing. But Yak is back.
저희는 항상 최선을 다할 생각이기 때문에 오늘도 쓴 약이라 생각하고 먹도록 하겠습니다.
What's on Trop? So he's still slamming stadium. Oh, look at that. Look at those. You see a point total? $250,000, baby. What can I buy for $250,000 in his stream? Say Troglodyte. A minute of peace and quiet. A minute. Should I get a minute of peace and quiet? I'll save that for a more important time.
그래도 저희가 이기는 게 좋으니까 3대2
풀접전
예상합니다.
I feel like it's because it's 200k, right? So I need to spend this money at an important time. Save so you can ban Sloan. Give the balls check up. I mean, after Unter's... Was anyone here yesterday when Unter was investigating his toe situation? Feels like Unter might not be the guy I want checking my balls. Underqualified. Morning, JB. Oh, I was gonna have a bite. Thank you, Pacoriginus. Thank you very much. I have a DM from Max himself. This'll be. Where's the clean feed, mate?
CX, sir.
Oh, he didn't say anything so kind. He just wrote the word link. Just all business with him. Sausage muffin for breakfast. Yeah, no Asian this stage. I thought there was, but I was corrected yesterday. So no Asian this stage. Just going to be Korea playoffs is actually the important bit. So each region has their individual qualification. So Korea has 2 spots individually, and then they'll get to send a team or 2 to the last chance qualifier as well, which will be happening a couple of weeks before the major in Riyadh at the Esports World Cup. Homemade. I was thinking though, because I stayed up a bit later than I should have last night. I've got a sausage sandwich. I've got a second sausage sandwich, a contingency sandwich for later for a bit of lunch. I've got bread. I might have a bit of ham and cheese, maybe a bit of a side salad for post-Korea. But then, what I've done in terms of dinner for, well, you know, my food shop, I thought I had some chicken in the freezer. So what I bought one of those, you know, pretty basic, still tasty, fajita packs. I bought some red Thai curry paste, so I thought I'd have the option. I could have maybe a red Thai curry, or some fajitas, very filling, maybe a bit of leftovers for an easy meal on Monday as well. Then I come back home, only to realise there's a single chicken breast in the freezer, which is not enough for either of these dishes. So I either have to go to the shops and buy more chicken, or I just order something. And if there's a day to order something, it's a Sunday after the first weekend back. I can see a way where I can justify to myself ordering something. So maybe it's an order something type of day. Always have access to multiple breasts. Rookie mistake. I mean, I thought I did. So I don't know what I want to order. I don't want anything too horrendous. You know, like when we're not hitting dominoes or anything like that, right? So I want something that is closer to a proper meal. Doesn't need to be healthy necessarily, but, you know, be nice to see a stray vegetable or two in there. That isn't just a mushroom on a pizza. If Old Ocean win one map again, I'm gonna lose it. All right, Boxing King coming in hot Sunday morning. Had Dominoes for the first time this summer. I swear it was so arse. I mean, I really like Dominoes, but it's like it's an intense meal. Size, calories. It feels like the sort of meal you shouldn't. If you're just getting like a takeaway, like maybe in my situation, because you don't quite have the food in or something, feels like Domino's not the answer. Domino's feels almost like special occasion, like you've just moved house or something, or you've just maybe a particularly horrendous hangover or something. That's when you want the Domino's. Maybe it's better for the UK. Yeah, out of all the pizza chains. You know, the big ones that are just fucking everywhere, like the Pizza Huts, for Papa John's, the Domino's. I think Domino's is the best. We match Preds again? Oh. Nice. Which map will ZETA throw? I shall bet accordingly. I don't know. Old Ocean seems to be a little bit tougher. A little bit tougher. Something about the ocean being a cruel mistress. Can't beat Papas. I don't know. I'm a sucker for Dominoes. I'm a bit of a side head, really. One thing that Dominoes, I think, has over the others is better sides for the most part. Chicken's decent. Garlic bread's nice. The garlic bread is kind of just a pizza, but it's nice. Ooh. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the actual Overwatch at all. Let's see. It always bugs out when I have the volume modifier on. Don't know why. So where are we at? ZETA Division have banned Freya. Okay. And Old Ocean have banned Lucio. So, the Lucio ban, probably very much because Jaehong and Kiviz, these are really flex supports more by trade. So they'd much rather play the Juno Brig lineup than anything else. Obviously, in reality, ZETA Division, they're not too bothered about this at all, honestly. They'll be quite happy to throw down in this. Morning, Max.
Give me numbers. Morning.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9,
We're
8.
synced. We're synced. It's perfect.
Oh,
It just works.
We're in the sink, and Jaehong is in the bin. Full kitchen today,
Didn't take
and
long.
it's gonna be a very quick fight for ZETA Division. So Freya, Lucio bans. I don't think this really puts either team in a particularly uncomfortable spot. ZETA Division happy to run the Juno Brig as well, and Probe and Flora will be more than happy on the Sojans as well.
Thank you very much for the Prime, Elliot3293. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club, or rather, welcome back. Old Ocean, this retake is going to be brutal for them. ZETA Division on what is essentially one of their best comps, something they're incredibly comfortable. Pelican gets to play his best hero. Swing coming out, though, from Proby. He tries to go over to the flank of Threum. He hits a spear onto Bernard, forces him to backstep a little bit, and Probe appears to have been able to take the right space. Pelican's not trying to control the side. He's just trying to hold the main tank side, continually spamming shots into Threum, constantly tempting fate, allowing Proby to swing on the right. Pelican keeps using his dashes in main. They're just going for the main fight, but Proby's delivering nothing. He gets this nice wide angle. He's relatively uncontested, but there are no one-shots to show for it. Bernard gets spun inside. Becky actually pulse bombs Finn, but Burner pops the Terror Surge, and everybody is sucked into the mix.
Rally to try and turn it. Becky is still in around. He's found a couple of trades in all of this, so it's not quite over yet. Yeah, kill Flora as well. Burner's going to kill Probe finally on this flank, and kill Kivis as well, so maybe Burner will just about win this scrap. 1 HP though. Pelican's coming to help. We're down to a 1v1. Respawns are flooding back for both teams. Pelican's going to have to concede some space, but the heavy trades mean there's a recontest on here for ZETA as well, but the later Orisa death gives Old Ocean a bit of space here.
Old Ocean have a little bit of space to work with. They don't have many ultimates to reinforce them right now, though. So ZETA Division, if they go quick, Old Ocean might get caught with their trousers down. Seems that Pelican is happy to just stand on the objective right now, looking for a blade angle, but doesn't quite have the deflect. Tracer comes to tap the point, and he dashes straight back over, forces the recall out of Becky. Terror Surge now comes through from Guthrium, and down goes Finn. He gets caught up inside that one. You can't raid push over an Orisa. Just doesn't work that way. Rally comes out from Alpha. He is not ready to concede this fight. He's pushing face to face with Proby, but he's rather low. The skipper comes in from the back and gives him a little bit of assistance from behind, but the flip has gone Old Ocean's way.
Jaehong dies in all of that mess as well as the Ray push does come through, so no chance to respond with their own Ray. So this flip for Old Ocean is not going to last very long at all. Zeta Division will be back in control, and Old Ocean, it is rush to touch territory. They have the Ray to open up the map a little bit. Becky was one of the later spawns, so really Old Ocean need to move forward as a team. They need to make this move very quickly.
Oh, they really do need to get it done fast, but they don't even get the touch. Disaster for Old Ocean. Rough start. I mean, this could be the theme of the day, honestly. This is a hard matchup for them. Really, really hard matchup for them. So we'll have to see if they can pull anything out of the bag, because I fear that the Orisa Mirror might be not necessarily a win condition for this team versus Zeta.
It's a pretty tricky situation. They have that, it's kind of a worst situation you can be in as the underdog team, where actually a lot of your best comps are also there. The overdog's best comps as well. So forcing these Orisa mirrors, or even if they get a Diva mirror, this is all stuff that is very much comfortable for Zeta Division as well. And Zeta Division, probably one of the best informed teams, at least in Korea, alongside Crazy Raccoon, who we're going to see later. It's going to be more of the same here over on Village. Sim TP out of spawn, but this time Pelican is sticking the Sim, but Becky is coming back on the Pharah, so that Pharah's going to be relatively uncontested. A good map for it, so a lot of damage going to be coming Zeta Division's way. They have won the initial neutral, though, taken all this space. Old Ocean are trying to play slow, give Becky and Probe time to farm, but they are very much on the back foot. They need to play through their DPS here, Old Ocean, because that Sim is going to give Bernard so much extra firepower in the front line.
Wow, I do feel like the Sim is good for the point fight, but if Becky can get a good angle, could completely ruin Pelly's little value. Kivis gets speared into the wall early on by Burner, so already Old Ocean need to slow things down a little bit, get some healing. Kivis has actually been pushed by Burner. He's not putting any brakes on whatsoever. Takes down Kivis. Alfie is actually boxed in, though, taken to very, very low. And Burner's spun Proby off the map. No, he's actually just spun him out of the fight. Oh. He's come back. No, he's off. No, okay, all right. He was just dicking around on the coast somewhere. That is going to be Zeta Division taking the first fight. And Becky, look at all the damage he's done.
Unbelievable. He got 80% of his barrage ready to go for this next fight, but it just wasn't enough. You saw Zeta Division, they had to play the faster version of the fight, and Bernard, don't need to ask him twice, he was right up in there, forcing him into the corner, putting Gafrium in that room, making it really difficult for him. Now the retake is again going to have to be a bit of a slower approach from Old Ocean. You see Becky already taking this wide position, trying to get a bit of an angle to spam their way in so they can rotate towards point. But they need Becky to find something. Bit of a rocket onto Pelican's head, forces him back for now. But here comes Flora to match it. Becky has support though. Packs will be coming through though. Now they've got their DPS on the high ground.
DPS are up on the high ground. That's a good position for them to be in. Proby drops down to main to start juicing some damage in the Orisa. Becky comes in from the flank. Barrage takes down Alpha Yi, but will not slow them advance. Presses forward, gets caught up face-to-face with Burner. Will go down, so that's a 1-for-1 trade. Finn has the Ray, a little bit quicker. He's in so much trouble, though. He's 1 HP, doesn't want to use it. Burner pops the Terror Surge. Maybe he won't even need to use it. Seems like something is needed, though. Finn finally pops the Ray. Kivis has the Rally, but everyone from Old Ocean is kiting this one out. Rally to counter to keep them alive indoors. Old Ocean, they haven't got any kills, though. Of course they've got kills. Flora's dead. Becky just came in from the back, doing it again. All of their value is coming from Becky in the neutral. On Tracer, on Farah, Orbital Ray comes out. There's no Ray from Finn, obviously. He already pissed that one up the wall. Pelly pops the Sim wall, but it is not enough to keep them alive. And Old Ocean are going to crash out over Zeta Division, take the fight, win here.
Normally such a powerful wall for Sim wall, especially fighting over point, but the Ray even more powerful in these situations. That allowed Old Ocean to come back in, but the nature of having a bit of a slower comp and having to take a slower retake, it's going to take you a long time to win the fight, so while they get that fight win, they've conceded 96%. Pelican's going to be making the swap over onto Genji now, a hero that can contest this Pharah and this Sojourn a bit more proactively than the Sim can. So the front line battle will equalize a little bit. Really now all about Pelican and Alpha Yi trying to take meaningful position and shut down his DPS, but Flora's going to do their job for them. Takes Becky out of the sky, and it's going to be an easy walk through choke. Overclock to keep going now from Flora, looking for a shot. Terror Surge to pull him in. Doesn't find all that much meaningful, but Old Ocean, they are on the retreat, and Kivitz is hopefully splitting the back here. That's going to be a kill for them. Gafrium is booped right back on, and Zeta Division, just as quickly as they lose the point, they're going to get right back on it.
Zeta gets such an easy retake. Becky gives it, he takes it away. So much carry potential. Wait, he's taking Flora again. Is there a chance for a tap here? No, there is not. But really, Becky, so many little moments where he's taken over the game, getting huge damage in on fire, flanking barrages, doing it all, but braided out in those same fights. When he carries, he still manages to piss it away in the back end of the carry moment. And then that final fight, just a magic pick pre-fight, you can't be having that. It's no good in the neutral. I gotta make this cup of coffee. I blew up my coffee pot for the 15th time because I forgot about it again. It's just a big black smear all over and everything smells like shit now.
That seems to be a trend with your activities in the kitchen. He's gone. All right. Old man evasion at the end there. What do you mean CX POV? I mean, me and Jay Hong are the same age, so I guess yeah, it's actually hard for me to argue. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Dewey, as well, for the prime. Getting first picks is famously bad for the neutral. I mean, you know how a lot of top coaches feel about free retakes. If you don't know, the answer is not good. Thank you, Dryat Otter. Don't capitalize that when you say that old. Jae Hong is in the prime of his life. He's ramping up still. Just like me. He's just like me. For real, for real. So, this is our start of our first fixtures. Feels like ZETA Division are going to dominate. We've seen Old Ocean actually show a lot of fight, really, over the past couple of weeks. Beating Poker Face in that sort of lower end scrap. Losing to T1, but losing to All Gamers Global, but taking 2 maps off them. That was our first game yesterday. That was actually a great series. They really should have won that map as well. But ZETA, a team in top form, very difficult to deal with. Gonna start a narrative that Jaehong is better than Twilight of the Uncoff. Chris picked for wrong and a one trick. I know, I didn't see. We're gonna watch TU later, but I don't know. My feeling, Twilight is still good for it. But
wait, are they playing again today?
TU, yeah, they didn't play yesterday. They're playing. You watched their VODs or this morning, if that's what you're thinking of.
Oh, it was last week. Yeah, that's what's confusing me, right?
Morning, Gala. They are playing Quick Esports in what could actually be a pretty
That's the map 5 team, first VP,
yeah,
right?
it's a scary one for TU, I think. Quick Esports, like they took those couple of maps off VP, and when I watched that series back, it didn't feel like... I mean, VP obviously weren't playing at their peak, but it didn't feel like VP were just having like the worst game of their lives or anything, right? Quick Esports actually looked pretty good for it. Zydra good on the Freya. Dip pretty good. On the variety of heroes he played as well. So, I don't know. It feels like it could be a pretty scary one, especially presuming TU are still very much taking their own sort of approach to a lot of the comps and the meta as we go.
If I manage an all-nighter on that one, I really want to watch, you know? Like, I think I can do it, to be honest.
You can
see
do
how
it?
this coffee...
You got the coffee on,
yeah.
mate.
Well, I felt weary, you know? I felt weary in the first few hours of my stream, but like once I kind of got into it, I started playing Stadium, and that's the hack, you know. Playing Overwatch for me, that's a one. Yeah, playing Overwatch for me is a one-way ticket to just being glued to my screen all night. You know what I mean? Like,
the games, all games are designed to keep you playing.
Yeah, no, seriously, if they could just add like a gambling component to Stadium, I'd go fucking ballistic for it. So Farmer just signed for nothing. Farmer signed for the Winston meta. But yeah, hello Eva. How are we?
Oh yeah, Gala's here. Maybe Gala how good a Quick? Did you guys just shit the bed week 1, or are Quick actually kind of legit?
He's a respectful guy. He's going to say they're legit.
Yeah, my suspicion is they're, okay. Gala says they're decent in terms of understanding the game. Yeah,
that
they
feels
seem...
like a bizarrely backhanded compliment, you know what I mean? Like the way that he has to qualify it means that it's like he thinks they're mechanically dog shit or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, not dog shit, but you know, like, they've not got the same firepower as all these top teams, right? Like, TU should have better players. You know, you're pretty good looking for an Australian man.
I'm getting off the computer based on what that is. Why is this guy flirting with me? I'm definitely... I'm like...
But I agree with Gala's sentiment. When I watched a little bit of Primo relegation, I was like, these guys actually look like they can play Overwatch.
Skibbity Goon 3, thanks for the follow.
Big up, Skibbity.
Don't say that. Don't say that, Sav.
What do you mean?
How old are you again?
33. You got asked, it was a while ago now, actually. I was walking home from food shopping, and it was during half term. Some kids asked me if I was Skibbity or not.
Never that happened, mate. Stay away. Horrid. Just horrid, mate. Oh, age comes for us all at, like, you know, varying paces, but this is genuinely horrific. It just sounds so wrong hearing you say that word, you know?
What do you mean? I'm not allowed to say words.
I said what I said. Oh, you're allowed to say words, are you?
Right, but if you say
What
it,
you got
you'd
in
be
mind?
like, that's fine.
Sombra Band? Yeah, they're worried about, what's his name? They're worried about the Burner Ball. And to be
VB.
honest, Zeta Division were playing heaps of Sombra. Like, Pelly was playing Sombra and just fucking hard dominating. So, like, fair enough, Sombra Band, no? Do you think the coffee's up? I'm gonna check it again. I'm really worried now. Like, I'm actually
This
gonna
guy's
skip all
paranoid.
that.
He's got the coffee dread. Well, what was the answer? Yeah, I wasn't sure what the answer should be, so I said yes. You know, when in doubt, just agree. Just go positive. Was that the right answer or the wrong answer? It's important to find these things out a month or two after the time. Thank you, I think, Mios.
Stream is gone, guys. You have to strip. Yep. You have to take your clothes off, chat. I'm sorry.
Am I going to wish Frothy Philly 7 a happy birthday? He just turned 21. Is he having his big 21st birthday playing against SSG? Happy birthday, Frothy. What a way to spend your birthday. Getting jumped on by Kellen.
Frothy Philly 7?
Frothy Philly 7.
Hey! Nobody said Kellen was going to play Monkey, okay? And a little birdie told me that as long as we don't ban Reaper or Hazard on map 1, we're going to get to see a real display with the... Did you watch that match?
The Dilducks game yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see how they kept putting their Hazard wall on random high grounds on Ilios Ruins and TPing their Reaper onto the wall in the skybox? They did it like 5 times. Yeah. Like, they were just completely taking the piss.
I saw, I mean, to be fair, Razor got through a fair, like, I saw him do the, what do you
Razor
call
was
it?
dominating!
Like, he did, like, the TP tech, you know, like, to get the, like, little bit of invulnerability to dodge for downpour, and then he fucking Ajaxes Cinnabar.
Oh, they didn't even notice the fucking Ajax on the main broadcast.
Oh, no. It was egregious, though. It was right into, it was just right into the Blossom. Like, taking...
It was face to face.
Like, taking a
Johnny
fucking
goes-
meat
Johnny
shot to
goes-
the chest.
Johnny goes
and-
like, oh, this Blossom just got 2 picks. Like,
It's
like,
true. It was
Cinnabar's
true.
literally 20 HP, hits the fucking beat drop face to face with the Reaper that they are observing, and Johnny goes, oof, a couple of picks there. Like, what?
There's like 20 pellets in Cinnabar's chest as they go. I can get this beat off, I reckon.
Like, Razor has like literally hate crime Cinnabar before our very eyes, and he's not even reacted. Like, casters didn't even notice how wall TPs once. That's what I'm saying. Hazard is staring at the sky, pinging the sky on OBS, and then shooting a Hazard wall up at the top of ruins. And the casters are like, oh, this Hazard composition it's a little bit like how you going, you know? Like, come on. Come on!
A little bit how you
You say
doing
Razor has to play the Reaper because the Tracer's banned. No, he fucking doesn't. Like,
Oh, they really
Razor's playing the Reaper.
hell of a ban game actually coming out. They really put Razor into that position that he just I just have to fall
they've
back to the
twisted
Reaper.
Razor's arm. They've twisted Razor's arm to the point that Razor has to TP on top of hazard walls in the skybox of Ilios Ruins. Like, talk about a draft gap.
I can't believe we've been drafted and having to go back to the old TP onto a hazard wall in the skybox strat. There's just no other options here. It is Ilios after all.
Ah, you've twisted my arm. Very energetic, are we? You see, Xavier, he brings out the best in me.
You came in pretty hot, actually. I feel like you've come in with momentum.
I've come in off like 3 straight hours of stadium. Oh, this
You got that
coffee
stadium
smells
buzz.
bad. Oh, I think there might have been some residual burn shit in the pot that I'm about to drink. This is like a carcinogenic cup. This be a sacrificial cup, and I go next on it. Like,
It was surely all of the coffee will taste of the thing if it's been in the pot.
no, but like, you know, a bunch of the burned on residue with the new liquid would probably have like come into this cup, and then the next cup will probably be less burned. Good morning, Rory. Good morning. Can I please take the PNG of Rory Trim and add it to my own channel without any like further? Because I have so many emote slots. Until we can buy you a new coffee pot, please. I doubt that.
I'd have
Everyone that follows-
so much time if you got some kind of pity coffee pot from chat.
If someone can buy me a 4-cup Bialetti coffee pot, that would be insane.
Someone get this guy a cast iron as well, please.
4-cup mocha pot. No, the steak last night was class, mate. How much does this cost? $50! Jesus, that's like 30 US.
Doesn't
Gross.
seem that expensive, actually.
Oh, I don't want to spend another 50. I think I don't need to change pot. I think I just need to change the rubber seal, which is only like 5 to 10. Goddess, may I gift you something? Permission granted.
Actually, such a horrendous series of DMs from you yesterday. But it was like...
This coffee is...
Worse?
It's so bitter. Like, it's not good. I'm a drinker.
Oh, yeah, for those who don't know, my DMs with Unter yesterday were literally picture of his toe followed by a good-looking steak. It was a roller coaster.
I said my toe cancer.
yeah. Followed by his dinner, like, oh, fucking hell. Just getting everything, aren't I?
Thank you very much. Welcome back to the Parasocial Friends Club. The Vice Champions Club welcomes you with open arms. Skipper's already been diffed by Proby.
Wait! What? Jaehyung's on the new hero. Not seen him on Lifeweaver before. This can't be the solution. The Sombra ban to enable the Lifeweaver? I guess Jaehyung's arm has indeed been twisted. No option but to play the Lifeweaver in this situation now. And it's working. They've capped first point.
I mean, it works. It works. Yeah, shocked. Well, that's enough. I don't know. You two are trying so hard to force it. Anyway, Burner, incredibly low already. Apparently the Lifeweaver is an insane pick. He gets sucked out of the dangerous position. Bit of point force getting absolutely nothing done. Burner's so low. He's out of block. Take him down. Becky good for 2. Can we get a third? Alpha Ucio goes down. And that's a second fight win in a row for Old Ocean. Ru Jae-hong on Lifeweaver is taking it to Zeta Division right now. The Sombra man was all they needed. Homosexual is going insane at this.
Halfway to a tree, but Kivez caught out really early on. Free retake possible now for Zeta Division as they flood in. Becky nearly has a pulse bomb though. Clutch potential. Not too much else out the pool to help Grove out of that duel. Gafrian with a defensive wall. Anchors for choke. Now going past it is Bernard and the Diva. Trying to go into this backline, but a petal up keeps Jae-hong safe. Flip in the way of Zeta Division. Tree getting awfully close right now for Old Ocean with this retake, but they've had to concede a lot of space.
Jae-hong is threatening to let 1,000 blossoms bloom right now. Becky sucked away by Ru Jae-hong. God, I wish Ru Jae-hong would suck me to safety sometimes. But anyhow, here comes the recontest for Old Ocean. They've got the tree. 1,000 blossoms truly are about to bloom. Kivi's on the flank. Gets shifted on by Burner. That gives him space to step in main. He TP's out. Here comes the swing. Proby, a couple of dashes. There's probably another pull available for Ru Jae-hong at this point. Ru Jae-hong still has the tree in the back pocket. He pedals himself up to the high ground like the gorgeous little blossom that he is. Kivi's takes down Pelly as well. Kitsune's traded on the point for a tree. Bowler shot lands on the skip, but he will survive. Gloria Trainer shades of it, but Alpha Yi, he goes down. And Zeta Division, they've lost the fight to Ru Jae-hong on Lifeweaver.
We talk often about Ray beating Kitsune Rush in these head-to-heads, or Ray beating Rally. But I guess Tree beats for Kitsune Rush here. Jaehong doing a bit of spawn tech to get himself out a little bit quicker. Old Ocean have their first round on the board. We move over to point E, so they'll get a chance to set up early as well. They have this Kitsune Rush for the next fight. Old Ocean, they can drop now when the fight comes to point. Alfie has the beat to respond with, but we should see a bit of a stalemate. Really Gafriem's downpour mid-fight is going to be the key one, but Suzu, Deflect, Matrix, so many things for Gafriem to try and thread this ult pass. For now, he's just trying to wall off Burner and focus him down, but Burner can peek back towards point, regroup with his team. Point doesn't unlock for 10 seconds as his Kitsune Rush comes down. Kivitz gets one shot by Pelican as they go for that one. No, Alfie with the beat over the top to keep pushing. Petal on the high ground, lots of pressure onto Probe as well. Gafriem is trying to trade something in the back, but he can't find all that much. Oh, he does find Finn actually, but they've lost the backline. The beat push was good in the end. Gafriem is good for 2. Doesn't change the result of the fight. ZETA Division in control of A.
ZETA Division is in control, but Old Ocean, they're not going to get choked out hard now because of these trades. Finn and Pelican both missing in action for the close hold. Old Ocean might be able to get a little bit of space, get their Life Weaver into a safe position so that he can start tugging off his boys if required. His face-to-face fight really does favor Old Ocean, but if ZETA Division can get some angles, get a pinch for their Genji, get Burner in on the side, he's going to be able to shift backline and wreak havoc. No ultis online yet for Old Ocean, and that could be bad news for them, Xavier.
Really bad news. Kivitz on this early flank. Suzu has been forced, so his time is going to be limited. No TP available. Has to go for hard way. Just about gets there. Elmbit right into Burner. TP's into more trouble, and this is going to be a quick one and done. Slight mistake from Kivitz. Thought he was a bit closer. Becky's got in and got a trade, but not enough healing, not enough support. Old Ocean going to have to play retake again, but it's going to be a really tough take, and obviously the Life Weaver's not the quickest.
Life Weaver is slow and steady, sluggish steps, and I don't think there's a recontest as a result. Old Ocean, that second fight, it was a slow cook, but there was no result. ZETA, they are so happy with the ult situation that they get rolling into the next point now as they roll over to, you know the letters? What letter is this? I might start.
We're going to B.
B, all right. B for beach. Because there's water there. There's no sand, but this is the beach. Or maybe the balcony. No, there's balconies elsewhere. Anyway, we're going to learn the letters A through E eventually, because, you know, this feels like something that the casters would know. And yeah, you are muted, Fat Cat. You are muted. DPS ultimates online for Old Ocean. If it's a long fight, Jaehong's going to have one of those nice blossoms to bloom. Burner's bomb is actually a little bit of a tree counter in the sense that, you know, he can maybe wipe it off the face of the earth with it. But here comes the neutral fight on point, and Finn is the one to open things up with a Kitsune Rush. Becky instantly picked, though. Not a great start, is it now?
No, all the way back immediately. No chance to respond with ults. Very quick fight for ZETA Division. Looking for some late kills here as well. Pelican's going deeper. Trying to get his Life Weaver all up in Jaehong's face. And they've actually traded 2 kills out. So they will get the flip here. ZETA and some capture progress. But again, the trades are going to mean they can't hold that far forward, which might give Old Ocean a chance. Walk up for free. So then Jaehong can use this tree on point for that fight. No support ults just yet for ZETA Division. Really need that Alpha Yi beat to match the tree.
This is a rerun. Jaehong retired 6 years ago. You're right, Ryan. Jaehong with the tree now. He gets to step up, and if ZETA Division go for anything aggressive, a blade or anything like that, you'll have to imagine that he's going to let that tree rip. Flora takes a bolt on the chin. Proby dashed on. Blade comes out from Pelly. Tree comes up in response. Blocks the blade. Petal on the outside. Downpour comes in the mix, but I don't know where anybody is. So many colors. It's far too confusing for a slow-moving mind like I. Alfie goes down. Jaehong traded. That means there's no supports left for Old Ocean. Pelican traded out, though. Burner loses his suit. No bolts splashed on him, but there he goes. He might go down on the remake. He won't go down on the remake. He just gets back. And then Flora gets the better of him too. Gafriem, he takes down Flora. The job's not done, but with nobody fast to get back onto the point, it's all on Gafriem to face tank, and he's going to take so much damage. Jaehong tugs him off. Kivitz is back into the mix though, and it's looking like Old Ocean, they might just be able to push their way back into this, provided they don't C9. They've gone and done it. Jaehong is genuinely carrying on the Weaver.
It did so much there, wasted so much of Pelican's time with that blade, didn't go down in the end, pulled people out of position, and Old Ocean have a bit of a lifeline here on point B. No ults to really speak of for ZETA Division either. It's going to be a clear chance for Kivitz just to drop a rally, push this fight, should be able to convert it. Banara's actually going to swap onto the Hazard Mirror now as well. Trying to get this one through, but Old Ocean, ults in control. It's a retake. Is it both DPS going top, or all of ZETA Division coming this way? Yeah, they're all coming this way. They're actually going to try and flip the map all the way round, trying to give Flora that angle, but Old Ocean will just pivot to the other side of point themselves. Bolt's going across, trying to win this Freya duel. Not too much, though, but if they overstep his A division, that rally is coming, so they're maybe just trying to bait it out and then disengage this rally.
Suzu's been committed by Finn, and he doesn't have the Kitsune rush yet. It's time for Old Ocean to step it up. Becky actually comes in with the Pulse Bomber because Finn has already wasted his Suzy Q. He's got no hope. No ultimate's actually available at all for Zeta Division by the time they've lost 2 players. Burner, perhaps the saving grace for his team, gets a pick onto Becky. Now there's a big ult clash taking place. Finn goes for it. Answer in response from Kivis, though. And if Old Ocean, they just keep biting these supports here, the trade should be more than enough for them to finish the job. Finn goes for a couple of TPs, but can't get himself over the line. God, I think I might be dying from the carcinogens inside this cup of coffee. Guthrium, he's blocking on the point. Boulder Shot comes out from Flora, but it's just not enough, Sav. That's going to be B going the way of Old Ocean. 2-1 lead with the Life Weaver from Ru Jae Hong.
Beautiful from Old Ocean. Really good patience from Kivis there. After they landed that early pulse bomb, they didn't want to invest the ult unless they had to. Waited until Finn tried to clutch the Kitsune rush, then match the ult, keep themselves in a stable position with the numbers advantage. Now we are moving over to Max. Point letter C. C for Fountain. It's going to be an Orisa swap from Zeta Division as well. Beat and Blade nearly available.
Beat and Blade both on the cards for Zeta Division. Pelly's so good for it, but Jaehong, the tree jukes, could be double bolt onto the skipper, and Finn, perhaps a little bit, confused from his last waste of a Suzu, decides to not use it this time. Guthrium goes in deep. He's tossing them around like a salad. Beat and Suzu invested by Finn. Pelly pulls the blade. Jaehong pops the tree. Downpour comes out, but Pelly jukes it. Ready to tug off his boys is Jaehong, though. I think he has the grip. I don't know what the grip cooldown looks like, to be honest, on the UI, so he might not. But Alfie, he takes down. He loses falls to Becky. Proby takes down Pelly, and Zeta, they're completely crumbling. The meta's been solved.
Do you remember, someone pointed out in chat, do you remember yesterday when Old Ocean had Life Weaver banned against him on Ilios? This is why we thought it was taking the piss, but they actually needed to keep Jaehong away from this. Kivis is going to keep going with the rally here as well, playing aggressively, but we've not really got the value we wanted out of this. Rush of blood to the head for Old Ocean, and this ult goes down for Pisser. Now all of a sudden, Zeta Division have a significant ult bank to retake with everything on Becky to clutch it out for them here, Old Ocean. Because yeah, Terra Surge,
to be honest,
Kitsune.
Felt like blood was rushing to everywhere but Kivis' head, to be honest, from the way that play went. Becky's got the pulse bomb out, though. Double bolt from Flora. Finn, he goes for that Kitsune rush, and it's enough for them to muscle up onto the point. Now all Old Ocean can do is stagger out the cap that little bit more. Guthrium is being spun in a corner by Burner, though. He might even die late. They're trying to throw themselves onto the point, but down he goes. 85%, and that is going to be all they get on this point. Zeta Division, they're in control. They've got themselves a Terra Surge. It's only taken 1.5 fights for Burner to build that up. They can combo that nicely with the bowler. Alfie's closing on another beat as well. Old Ocean, they might be able to open it up with the pulse bomb, though. Finn's not having much of a good track record when it comes to Suzy queuing these pulse bombs off. Jaehong's got another tree, and it seems like they win every tree fight. Proby speared into the wall, but just narrowly escapes. Here comes the clash. A couple of seconds while they charge their ults, and they're ready to go.
Spear comes through. Becky's taking this position top right-hand side, looking for his opportunity. Flora knows he's there. Pelican and Alfie are playing this left-hand side. Kafreem also knows they're there, but it's Zeta Division who wants to make the first move. Terra Surge coming in. Flora looking for the bowler, but it's petaled up! You can't Terra Surge versus the Life Weaver! You get a kill anyway, though, so the bowler saves the day. But the petal, it counters out the Terra Surge. You put it under. Gafreem's found a trade just now. Burner is still fighting away, but he's having to concede a little bit of space yet. Could turn into a scrapness. Becky still has the pulse bomb. Gafreem nearly has the downpour. Alfie has that beat insurance policy as they try and walk forward, but Pelican dies. The beat comes through now. 2-person beat only for Alfie. Both DPS die. Disaster push for Zeta. Can they get the touch? They have got the touch, Old Ocean. Not out of it yet. Players advantage. They've still got this Orisa behind, but they can go deal with that. Bernard's going to die so late. Go kill Bernard. This late death is going to make the recontest nigh impossible, when Old Ocean are going to be taking the map.
Oh, they can't kill Bernard. He keeps duking it out with Becky. He's going to have another spin. He's going to keep wasting time in the corner. They need to get back to the fight. Alfie and Finn, both so low, but they need to get back into main. Here they come. Ru Jae Hong is there. Bolt's coming out. Skipper has to touch the point. He bolts onto Proby, but Ru Jae Hong is there. He tugs off his close friend, and that's going to be it. That's going to be the end of days.
Rally,
Alfie goes down. Kiwi pops the rally, and now finally the blood is in his head rather than wherever it was downstairs. And that's going to be an easy one. Life Weaver.
Smoked him! Absolutely smoked him! Won every tree fight. There was even that fight, do you know where you were talking about the life grip? Like, Jaehong was looking at Kivis, because Pelican was blading Kivis, which feels like the sort of situation a grip would be very handy. But the bloody But Gibbies is just fine. So Jaehyung sort of looks at him and goes, oh, you're fine, mate, with that. You'll deal with the Pelican Blade yourself. I'll save for grip for something else. But yeah, tree value, grip value. The Petal is great value into the Orisa ult as well, because you can just send that Terra Surge up on a platform as soon as Bernard pulls for trigger, so the Terra Surge doesn't quite get the same value you want. And wow, Old Ocean continue their strong start in OWCS Korea by taking a map off ZETA Division.
Old Ocean are kind of having a generational run here in OWCS Korea. They keep putting in the work. Wife Lever is meta. He is. Are you seeing this? Someone gets double bolted. Bru Jae Hong is ready to give him the tug straight away. Save the day. It's so good. It's actually so good. Someone tell Chris it's divorce time. Wife Lever. Oh, Jae Hong. They can't seem to kill him. That's what I'm not really understanding. I thought like a big part of what sucked about Lifeweaver is that he's just a really easy kill, or at least that was my perception. But even with Kibbies playing side, they never close the gap on a Jaehong to the point that they can just take the guy down. And then once he's on Brig, I suppose Brig's the key there. Like, Diva can't do anything. Maybe Burner was tossing. Like, he was playing Hero Roulette. I think Hazard might have been the right side, to be honest, like the right play. Like, try and go back line with Hazard.
Diva would have been quite... I guess for Brig also negates some of the Diva thing there, really.
I guess there was a swap game taking place, though, right? Because I think Kibbies was on Kiri until Diva.
Yeah.
He swaps for the... Yeah. You haven't witnessed the Lifeweaver Titan. I didn't know Avast played Lifeweaver.
Alright, and we have got a huge redistribution of wealth after that one. Respect to the 8% of people who believed in Old Ocean all along.
Keep gambling, kids. Another mouthful of dark coffee, perhaps?
I wouldn't say no.
Oh, I'm pouring it out. I keep drinking it after I forget what it tastes like. I have to pour it out. Yuck.
Belief and platform are so good to live. Yeah, I mean, I had very much the same feelings as Unter in terms of the biggest problem with Lifeweaver was relatively squishy in a lot of these situations, especially when we're playing these Kiri Lucio versions of the comp. But I mean, we watched it, right? Didn't feel like Jaehong was all out vulnerable at all. The minor perk is also so strong. I mean, it's fair to say I actually have no idea what the Lifeweaver perks are. So let me find them for you now. So, minor perks. Cleansing Grasp. Life Grip cleanses negative effects. Cool. Life Cycle. When alive, regenerate 10 health per second upon death. Drop healing seeds that heal. So you drop like mini health packs. And then Life Weaving. Rejuvenating Dash adds 20 healing to your next Healing Blossom within 3 seconds. Or Super Bloom, which is for Thorns detonate for 30 extra damage when enough sticks within 1.5 seconds. So I imagine... I don't know if anyone saw the perks. Did he go Life Cycle and Life Weaving? So the petal... Because I saw the little... Like the health pack icons from when people had died. And then I guess he was doing the Life Weaving as well, which was the bit of extra healing. Weaver can survive 2 body sticks without any perks as 275 HP. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? And he is just like the super passive. So between that and the fact he's getting that Brig Inspire passive for most of the fight as well, actually the regeneration is just really good. And then you factor in he's also got the dash, he's got the petal, he's got a bit of evasion. Maybe it's just okay. It certainly felt like ZETA Division, this was a curveball. They were not ready for it, right? As we can sort of see from all the swaps coming through from Bernard trying to find a solution to this. Is it 40 or 45? Yeah, I mean, it all adds up, quite literally. And people wanted Weaver out of the game. Come on. Where's the vision? I was playing ranked yesterday, Freya only for like 4 hours, and Weaver was the hardest hero to play into, denied every single one of my picks. Interesting, because I guess it also gives you... Because they started on... Was it Weaver, Kiri they started on? So they basically had like Grip and Suzu, so they had so many things. Because you saw Jaehong do it a couple of times. Maybe it was once on first point, maybe on second point as well. where he's actually just using the grip in the neutral to make sure his Freya doesn't lose that Freya duel. Yeah, I guess the Sombra would be a strong matchup into it, right? Because then all of a sudden, decent hitbox for it, combines, easy setup for the Sombra. So maybe the Sombra would be very good into the Weaver, which only adds more credence to the Sombra ban. Yeah, when we saw Old Ocean play against All Gamers Global yesterday, it's fair to say Probe actually got the better of that Freya matchup. So, a bit of a combination of Probe being very good at the new hero, a few interesting alternative comps. This is probably the best I think I've ever seen Gafrian play in terms of the success he's finding and value on heroes. I mean, it's no surprise that the best I've seen Gafrian play has also been a period of time where I've not seen him play Junker Queen once. So, on the Diva, on the Hazard, starts to feel a little bit better for him. But happy to see it, an Old Ocean making a go of this. I think the grip is good because there's no delay when using like Suzu and also to hit targets in the air. Yeah, true. Like, you know, when the Freyas are doing this, you guys know what I mean. But like the dashing about duels from across the map, bloody can't Suzu that, can you? If you're the Kiri without like TPing onto it and using both cooldowns, but you can just grip it. So yeah, that's a fair point. Slifer were played as a flex support and main support. They're all kind of redundant terms, I think, for the most part, because there's such a small pool of main support heroes. And in reality, Old Ocean, they don't actually have a main support player. Lots of flex supports just also play Brig now, and that's the situation Old Ocean are in. You know, Kivis isn't really a Brig player, more of a flex support player. But played really fine there, honestly. There was that one rally that was a bit over-eager and they didn't find the value, but for the most part, really good.
Xavier?
Hey.
Got a question here that I feel like might be adequately directed at you. Is attacker's advantage ruining the competitive integrity of the esport?
Yeah, completely. It's nigh unwatchable for me at the moment.
Oh.
I'm hoping Spilo will talk to his dev friends about it and solve it for us. Hey Nuclear, it's your birthday. Can you please stare into the camera and count down from 10? Seems like a trick. Not falling for it. Zeta have too much ego to ban the Life Weaver. I feel like what
maybe
might have...
the Sombra.
I was gonna say, yeah. We were talking about it in the break of like, actually the Sombra is probably one of the heroes that matches up nicely in it of all the DPS heroes. But a few people saying their like anecdotal experience from playing Freya as well is actually the Life Weaver. Pretty annoying to play into because any of your picks can just get gripped. He's got more HP, so you can't two-shot him either compared to the other supports. So there's a bit of meat on the bone of that theory.
A very meaty bone indeed. Not one of those bones with nothing on them. One that is almost covered completely head to toe in meat, that theory is. Really, it's got a basis in reality. Juno Brig Hazard here coming out from Zeta Division. Old Ocean on Orisa Anakiri. I think that this is a comp that can really give the Hazard a bit of trouble. Pelican actually gets naded early on. Rujay Hong, the old man, still got it on his signature hero. And Guthrium just instantly pushes Peli. He gets caught out of position and goes down very quickly indeed. Zeta's backline has flipped to the other side, but is that going to be enough right now?
Nate comes through, and that's going to slow Zeta Division down massively here. They're going to all stabilize behind again, but this gives Old Ocean plenty of time to get their backline into a more meaningful place. Becky's going to set up behind as well. Goes for it, but now they're going to peek out both doors. Lots of pressure for Probe. Wall behind for in front, but they find the kill. Kivitz takes Flora out to the air. Just a 1-for-1 trade in the end. And Old Ocean still in a pretty reasonable position with their backline. Becky's going to line up for a next one. Gafrium needs this Nate, but Nate comes through just in time. The wall was thrown out by Burner. He tried to flick it, but the sleep comes through. Jaehong 29 HP, but can't keep Gafrium alive through all of that. Sombra onto him now, and they do pull him apart eventually. Zeta Division now have a foothold for this first point.
Going to be them taking it nice and easy. I mean, it looked dicey at the very beginning, but ultimately they knew how to outposition Old Ocean, how to make their backline lose the strongest space on the map and corral them into a corner where then they could just come back out and get it done. Old Ocean, they can choke close here. The Orisa is quite good for that. Kivis can hold this left-hand side. Oh, coffee's coming up. That's an awfully hot coffee pot review.
Lots of ults for Zeta Division, nearly everything except for that EMP ready to go. Old Ocean, though, it's Viana Kiri comp, so they're happy to play a little bit slower. Pocketing Becky onto this flank is Kivers right now, but Jaehong's just going to be sitting on that high ground. It's his next corner Zeta Division need to turn. This is where Jaehong will get a nade opportunity. They're coming around the corner. They go in. They take Probe out of the sky. The Nano does come through, but it doesn't do anything. I think Probe is taken down. Was that Nano Jax? No real value there, but Graffiam's trying to trade something on point. Kivers has found 2, so again, they're going to lose the fight here, Old Ocean, but there is going to be a problem holding forward for Zeta Division thanks to losing their backline. They'll get a bit of free cart push underneath. Becky actually with a chance to spawn camp here, but the supports are going to spawn together, so I don't think Becky can really go for this. Going to just use the virus. Optimistic. We'll just stage behind instead. Look for this EMP turning. Pelican's going to have his own EMP as well, so it'll be a battle for both of those. Will be a little bit who pulls the trigger first can make a big difference. Kivas has the Kitsune rush to match Alpha user as well, but it's actually Becky who goes first underneath. Hack onto Finn, but doesn't find for one shot. Now Pelican, free EMP, nothing to worry about. Zeta Division survive now easily. They're going to chase Kivas out, regroup on the high ground, and now look for it. They have to avoid this Terror Surge burst, though. Old Ocean keep throwing ults into this. Alpha U with a rally to live, now walking forward. They keep pushing Kitsune rush from Kivas. EMP over the top. Grafriam's going to get deleted, but Kivas and Probe on the flank. They traded 2 kills. Old Ocean not out of it yet by any means. Now this high ground position for Probe is really good. So much damage into the Hazard, into the Brig, and the flank is going to get it done for Old Ocean.
Thank God Probe is good for it, because that has got to be one of the worst ult exchanges I've ever seen. Old Ocean just dumping ult after ult after ult and finding no kills with any of them. Becky's EMP was, you know, a tad optimistic. Kivi's Kitsune Rush was the only one that found any value because the Surge Boulder combo didn't get anything done. Fortunately, because Probe was the one to clutch up to get all of those kills, and because Freya is cancer broken, he's already got another bowler shot available. So Probe is going to be able to bowler shot the next fight, and the ult economy is more or less stabilized, just because Zeta Division used one single ult in that fight. Oh no! Peli on the card! He manages to just take down Proby, a bolt in main, and then an assassination from Peli. Downpour from Burner to close it out as Kivis goes down. Rujay Hong's dead somewhere in the back to some low fall off, cross map bullshit. Bernard goes down, but it's not enough for him to touch, is it? He tries to sprint to the objective. He can't get it done. We're on third point with 4 minutes.
Such a good job to win that last fight, but then it's given away. This is the power. This is why we see so much Sombra right now. We see the power of that matchup when the Sombra can get in positions just to isolate that Freya when they're trying to take these more individual and isolated angles. Old Ocean now very much on the back foot. 3.5 minutes to try and hold on here. But they've got a few ults to start cycling with it. They've got the Nano, they've got the EMP, even a bowler to throw in there at some point. The problem for Old Ocean is, so far, their ults have been outrageously low value on this map, so we need something better from this EMP from Becky.
Becky has a chance. EMP comes out in main. It's only Burner and Alfie he caught. But Burner does not die global. He's actually able to survive because of his armor, and then he is able to get the back jump. Proby comboed with that as well. On the back step, he goes for the bowler shots. That's 2 EMPs in a row. It's not like EMPing an Orisa. If you EMP an Orisa, she goes down incredibly quickly. For some reason, it's not working out the same way for Hazard. He's able to get the block online or something in time, but he should just go down real quick. I can't really see the difference, to be honest. They have about the same amount of armor, too, so maybe he's harder to headshot. Like,
I think it's a little bit of that, but also in that fight in particular, it was also, I don't know, I guess Finn was completely out of the fight, right? So he can hit the torpedoes and stuff. But yeah, it just didn't feel like he took it, because you'd expect maybe like a nade or something to come through that timing. I guess he can get to the block a little bit quicker as well, so then he's having that damage mitigation. Whereas for Orisa, I don't know. But yeah, it's certainly true. Either way, Zeta Division are playing around these EMPs pretty well. They're going to have one of their own to throw into this as well. Double support ult from Zeta Division to get themselves through in this choke as well. And Old Ocean might be relying on these flanks to get the job done again. But they've lost Becky early. They're trying to make an aggressive move right now. Pelican is looking for Kivis in the bag. Virus is going to come out as Old Ocean try and stabilize a little bit here. But Gafreem is now running back. Bowler bash to chase them down. Terror Surge to live. Kitsune rush to help Gafreem out. But he needs so much help. Gets up to his force of fight. Looking for a spear. Hits Pelican. But now a ray is coming from Finn. More ults to throw in. But Bowler is massive actually. There's damage but no kills. They're all stunned. The EMP from Pelican to save the day. Zeta Division, oh, they took so much damage in that, but they weathered the entire storm. Not a single trade in the end either. Now it's just Gafreem trying to anchor point. He's going to fall, and we're going to be in desperate touch situation.
Oh, so sad for the Old Ocean heads. It felt like they were so close to trading out Burner, finding trades here and there. Even Flora was incredibly low, but Proby couldn't finish the job. Now they need to touch, and they opt not to do so. A classic respect moment. Not even getting over a minute there, so if they full cut, they're going to need to do it with a good time bank in order to close things out. If they have a small time bank, they will get attacker's advantage, though, so that's got to count for something, right?
Hell. It's crazy they didn't die now, right, Zeta Division. When that bowler hit from Probe, I was expecting to see like 3 kills. Like, yeah, or at least someone would die.
Burner was like backline out of Ray, like half health, using all of his block on Jaehong and not getting the kills. I thought he was going to go down, to be honest. He committed even deeper. And then Proby, he got Flora like 1 health, but then couldn't finish it. He went for more bolts in the air. Hi, Gay Hunter.
Yeah, good fight in the end or good push in the end from Zeta Division, making full use of that attacker's advantage. Give themselves 1 minute 24 seconds in the bank. Old Ocean looked like they might go for a slightly different approach. Vienna's normally easier on the defense because you get these basically these free opportunities to set your runner far back at either on first, second, and third. On the attack, you've got to try and claim a lot more of that space, so Vienna can be a bit more vulnerable as you try and rotate in. So it looks like we're going to be getting much closer to just a straight-up mirror here. Juno, Brig, Orisa, and expect this very much to just be, well, Sombra from Becky, but Pelican's actually started on the sim. I thought he was just going to TP out spawn for a bit, but he is most certainly committing to this at this point. And he's going to try and hold the right-hand side with turrets. I don't really... Surely there's just better heroes to do this with than sim, so I'm interested to see what Zeta are going to try and do with the sim that make it a worthwhile pick here.
The sim picks can sometimes be interesting, you know? Bit of hopping back and forth. They try to contest you on the side and you can TP out. You need to use your TP rather conservatively to hold side space, otherwise you just keep TPing behind. But honestly, I feel like the introduction of Freya, the current patch we're on, every week it's a new set of hero roulette. I remember, even last stage felt very much like this, where for a couple of weeks Hazard was the hardest meta hero in the world, and then with no balance changes at all, suddenly it's Ball, it's Torb Sim, and then these heroes just disappear into the void again. There's really not a lot of stability in Overwatch metas right now. Freya's seeing a huge amount of consistent play, but, you know, maybe she's just yet to be figured out. Maybe it's the same as Hazard, where in a month from now, people will be saying, no thanks to any nerfs, that she wasn't broken all along.
Lifeweaver was the answer.
But Lifeweaver was the answer all along. Sombra and an absence of a Brig was the answer all along. Now we've got Kivvies in the back though, and with that high ground angle, it's really difficult for Zeta Division's comp to contest. Nobody can get up on the high ground and fight, but Becky opts to drop away from the high ground. Go behind on low ground. What are you doing, Beck? Play somewhere where Kivvies can help you. So Becky gets caught out, and now Kivvies is going to be forced out too.
We've seen these side fight, or maybe he's not being forced out at all. Gets a kill and gets out. Unreasonable. Kivvies has actually got through a lot of work so far on the Kiriko. Found valuable trades to make the defense a little bit better than it could have been. Now a pick gives them a bit of space to work with, and now you can see Probe swinging wide. Zeta Division are going to try and have to find some cover. There is Farah damage coming through as well, and this is so much poke, so Pelican has to be oh so careful, trying to hide behind a pillar, get back to the choke, but all the space now belongs to Old Ocean. They're going to get Becky in a power position on the left. They're going to start forcing the cap. Kivvies is peeking now from the left as well. TP for the retake. They TP through straight into the Farah. They don't kill Becky though.
Becky manages to survive. Burner, everyone is so low. Burner goes down, Finn as well. Flora, it's all over. It's done. Any chance that they may have had after not killing Becky disappears. And all 5 members of Zeta Division, they're going to crumble one after the other. Pelican's even being staggered here. No hope for him to get a kill. Even if he kills Becky, who cares? They should have staggered him even more. Genuinely, they could have gone. They could have let him get kills. He's already got Symbol. There's no recontest coming.
Well, they should have let Probe get it as well, right? For the final blow boost.
Yeah, for the... Exactly right. But you know what? Bunch of fucking half-wits over at Old Ocean. They just learning to play the DLC heroes, apparently. But that's not true at all, because Rouge Hong is playing
Lifeweaver yesterday, yeah.
When are you moving to Turkey, Unter? When the hair follicles finally abandon me for good.
2 weeks. Double support ult for Old Ocean, but Probe has gone down, so no chance to use this just yet. Zeta Division will have 5 ults in the bank for this hold, so they can maybe chain this together for a while. But again, Old Ocean, wait, Becky's just gone with it. He's taken down Pelican. It's a 1-for-1 trade only. And now Burner's going to try and clear this Kiriko out of the left as well. Give us 1 HP around the corner. They've found a kill on the other side now. That's Flora getting all of those kills from the high ground. And they will be able to stabilize at the choke there. Becky kind of just threw that barrage in. But Farah matched up really nicely onto the sim, I think, on first point, partly because Ocean had space. It's more difficult to get the Farah into a position here because everywhere you go, Flora just has that angle and that line of sight to try and keep you contained. So more difficult, and Becky's actually going to go onto the Venture as a result of this. So instead now, can just play a little bit more independently on the flanks, push Probe in situations, push Pelican, a much nicer matchup into the sim. They're going to swing the corner right now. Pelican's going to drop a sim wall in response. Kivitz has that Kitsune rush. Ray's available for both teams still, both holding onto it for now, as they seem happy with this trade, Old Ocean, just to get the sim wall out of it for Kitsune. But now Finn wants to keep going with the Ray, and they were all over Jae-Hong. No chance for that. Becky dives in for a trade, but cannot get underground. Kivitz gets his one, as he always does, but no chance to respond with a Ray here, and ZETA Vision should be able to clean this one up relatively straightforwardly. Thank you, Green Dustin, for the prime.
Thank you, Green Dustin. Keep giving your money to Xavier, and if you're not giving it to Xavier, you best be giving it to me. One of us needs to be making money at any given moment in order to support the streams. Otherwise, Xavier's wedding is going to be cancelled, and that doesn't mean he's going to stream more. That means that he is going to give up on life completely and fall into a deep pit of depression. So you best keep giving him money. Proby pumps the bowler, takes down Flora. Xavier's having none of the bit tonight. Down goes Flora, just laser focused on this game. Proby decides out of respect to start floating in the face of ZETA Division. So that's a 1-for-1 trade because Proby doesn't know how to play his life. Orbital Ray comes out from Jae-Hong, the old man pushing forward. Pelly TPs, but he falls off his TP. So now the Kite, he's completely missed his turn in the fight. Down goes Becky. Burner traded. That's a favorable trade for Old Ocean. They drop to the cart. They start pushing. Pelican's there to surprise them. Bowler shot splashes onto Jae-Hong though. And ZETA Division, oh, something about a storm.
It's been weathered for sure. Just Probe left looking for a late pick, but nothing doing. And Old Ocean going to have to reset and go again, but they're very soon going to be pushing into a symbol. This time as well, no Ray, nothing that makes fighting that symbol a little bit easier. They've got maybe a tectonic shock, maybe a bowler, but these are all quite tricky. Pelican with a cute TP spot all the way up there on the high ground for a bit of harassment. But Old Ocean, they ever wanted to take the initiative. 1 minute, 20 seconds left on the clock. They need some kind of opening here, but it's going to be so difficult into this symbol, which is going to be shortly followed by Finn's Ray as well.
Finn has the orbital ray very, very soon, so all they really need to do is just buy their time for a couple of seconds, or bide it rather. Finn really out in the open right now, and Becky's trying to take a turn. He burrows inside the enemy team. Oh, in comes the boulder shot as well. Kite comes out from the symbol. Everyone from Old Ocean wants to get away from this one. Finn, he tries to press the advantage, throws in the ray. Everyone's actually flipping underneath though, but Becky's going to go down. Kathreem is also stuck indoors, doesn't have the fortify, will go down. That's 2 down for Old Ocean. Last fight territory here for them now. Flora pressing on, getting so many bolts on the front line. Old Ocean have great ults for the final fight, but it's not going to be an easy one, is it?
No, not at all. The Kite seemed like the correct decision, but just a couple of people go in different directions, so Becky couldn't get underground. Gafreem ends up split from the entire team, so they're going to have to do it all the way from main again. They have the rally, they have the Terror Surge, they have the Tectonic Shock to combine with the Terror Surge, which can be good, but they have to walk through this difficult choke. You can see Probe taking so much. Bowler is good. Flies into Jae-Hong as well, but Rally can't save any of them. Free for Flora. A disaster from Probe there. Catches the Bowler, and then goes to show it to his old friend in the backline. Takes them both down, and it'll be ZETA taking the map.
ZETA Division, they close it out in the end. Did need Lifeweaver enabled a little bit more, but unfortunately with the Sombra pick being back in play, poor little Jae-Hong just can't do it. So, I don't know. Are there any aces up their sleeve at this point? Felt like, you know, it was the Lifeweaver. Maybe they try and force it into the Sombra anyway.
Just cop it.
Yeah, because this one just wasn't going well, right? They get full cap, they can't get past second, they never win in the exchanges when they need it. So maybe they should just have a punt.
Yeah, I mean, it's for luxury. A luxury of being the underdog team is that there's no harm in trying things because you're playing from a deficit to begin with, really. So we saw actually their most experimental comp was their most successful comp as well. So there's no reason not to give it another go here. I don't know if there's something in, like, Surabasa is a relatively open map in a lot of spaces in terms of where the Lifeweaver can play. I don't know if you need to find a map like that. Maybe like Fruta Sapi doesn't feel quite big enough in some of the places. Maybe it's okay around the checkpoint, but not so good on middle. But fuck it. Give it a go.
Fuck it. Have a punt. It's not working out for you anyway, so just spin the wheel.
After running all the simulations, what about this? What do I say? Fuck it. Just give it a go, like.
Come on. Fuck the odds.
After careful consideration, why not, eh? Why not?
It's like that cunt that had Old Ocean in his parlay, you know? Like, fuck the odds, just give it a go. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful.
Alright, I'm grabbing some water. You're in charge, mate. Don't burn any more coffee.
I love it. I've actually, on my third pot of coffee, let's see, I'm going to give it a taste test, see if it's actually, like, recovered to the point of being drinkable.
I've heard good things about third time. I've heard it's quite often lucky.
No, I cleaned out the pot. I got the steel wool out. I put some detergent in the pot. Gave it a good rinse. Gave it a good scrub down. Like, surely, as long as I can't taste detergent in this one, this should be a solve.
If you can taste detergent, it's actually such a disaster run. You might as well just order a coffee at that point, mate.
7 p.m, mate. I'm not ordering coffee. I'm only having my cancer coffee, so you know. I'm thinking we make some Star Wars references in every single YouTube short, I hope. Why are you not a femboy yet? Because I'm a cis-het man. It's a pot of coffee. It's a mocha pot. You think the smoke point of my oil is the issue? I'll have you know that after everyone was backseat staking the temperature of my, you know, the method of cooking that I was using, you know, you've got the wrong pan, you're using the wrong smoke point oil. I made a fantastic steak last night, and you know what I had to do? Did you get your toe checked? No, because I've been in front of my computer all day, and cancer can wait when money is concerned. But all I had to do was turn down the temperature of the pan a bit. Like, I had it on like medium high. All I had to do was turn it to medium low. And then the oil didn't smoke like fucking crazy. And the sear was still more than adequate. I was happy with the sear. And it was just good. Like, everyone's telling me, you need to cook on cast iron. You need to do this. You need to do that. I just had to go medium low. Primrose was literally right. Like, just turn the pan down a bit. You get a good sear. And that's it. I was actually shocked. When I pulled it off and it was still mid-rare and it was seared, I was fully shocked. No, we can't play now. You missed the play time. We were playing all morning. We had like 6 hours of play, and now you show up and you want to play? Get real. Life doesn't start and stop at your convenience. But the steak was good for it? The steak was so good for it. Unter, can you sub me in for burner, please? I'll think about it. I'll think about it. No, Fat Hammond, I can't. This chat yearns for a play. One chatter yearns for a play. Minimum. But, I don't know, I think you're painting the chat with a broad brush to say that the whole chat yearns for it. How much oil are you using anyway? A good steak should have enough fat to render out. You barely need any. I barely used any. Oh god, they're all trying to play now. What have I started? No, this isn't like a democracy. It's not like if enough of you vote to play, you can play. And it's not like a public takeover where if enough of you force your desire to play and you storm fucking Parliament House and kill Saddam Hussein or whatever, you're not going to get to play either, because I'm just going to hit stop streaming if you come into my house. Unter, how are you going to prepare for Dilducks? I'm going to hope that my team's just good for it, to be honest. Because it's actually impossible to prepare for a team that is actively preparing for their match by watching this and thinking, what can we do to take the piss the most? Ducks about to PMO TS. Thanks, Fat Hammond. Thanks. January 6 mentions, so... A January 6 play? I'll think on it. Let me retruth this. Unter ruling like Fidel Castro? Oh yeah, gamble. Everyone gamble. Gamble your channel points. We need to redistribute the wealth. Start gambling.
Are we playing? Everyone's saying play. I'm gonna win again.
Nobody. No, we're not. We're not playing.
Everyone's
we're not
telling
playing.
me we're playing.
I did not.
They wouldn't lie to me.
I didn't give them. I didn't give them permission to play. Nobody is playing.
Oh.
Stop racking to play Weaver for a map. Rack's not on my team. I can't sub rack him. That's not how that works. Rack's probably co-streaming the games, you know, to make ends meet.
The ends need to be met.
I love it when ends meet.
I've got a premonition here for you.
Go on.
First time premonition from Soggy Baguette Consumer 08. Old Ocean 3-2 Zeta Division.
From Soggy Baguette Consumer.
08.
Was 07 taken or?
Maybe it was the year of birth.
Jesus, that would be young. Wait.
That would make them
17. That's not even that young at this point. Like, these fucking... That's like half of the OWCS is born in 2008. I was born in 1997.
I'm a 90s baby too. The best
90?
decade to be born.
Do you think PDK or Sugar Free is better? I'd have to take PDK at this point. Because like PDK's game does look more competitive when he went 0-2 in OWCS. Exclamation mark, oust Unter. You see, I love Macedonia 2004 with the Rory trim. Why is it that like anyone that posts a Rory trim, like anyone that's subbed to Rory, just has like the most insane Twitch names? Like always an insane Twitch name. Me or Bliss, Cinnabar, every time we scrim you, we're giving Bliss shit. Every single time. I can't lie. It's like Blissy. Come on now. I'd take Cinnabar. Hey, wait, quick little aside. If we've got a minute.
Got a minute.
Okay, we've got a minute. Where's the VOD from today? OWCS channel.
We go into Ilios.
Yeah, Overwatch Esports. We're going to Ilios. We're taking a quick trip to Greece.
Down memory lane.
Eyes on this one. Wait, chill. No, you're good. All right, eyes on this. You'll know it happens, right? Yeah, I know where I'm going, Cinnabar. I know what I'm doing. We got 18% on beats, so we must be close. Eyes on this, chat room. Mind you, I just told Cinnabar that I'd pick her.
Alright, couple of trades. No hazards. Might need some kind of ult to turn this fight, I reckon. Ow!
That's your health when you made the judgment. You were... What's that? What is that? Like 60 HP inside a Blossom? Let's hear Johnny's thoughts on this. Let's hear Johnny's thoughts.
See what Fovai said?
Huh?
Absolute cinema.
Cinema. Let's hear what Johnny has to say about this absolutely egregious Ajax. Yes, Ajax.
Spend a lot of ultimates. Obviously, don't have a lot of room as Razor comes in with the 2K.
Two picks secured, baby.
Well.
That's value. 2 picks and nothing else.
The fact you can secure 2 picks there, get a bit of a reset for your team, and
There are cathedrals everywhere for those with eyes to see them. W2 picks. Still can't believe they fucking didn't notice a single one of our TP walls. Yeah, let's get that too. Let's get that too, actually. Let's go back to that. Watch this first fight and tell me that something isn't up.
Literally up.
Watch Baz. Watch Baz. Look at the wall. You see this? There's a ping up here, there's a hazard wall up here, and there's a Reaper up here.
And we're in.
He's got packed up. Baz, spam pinging where he's gonna wall. Wall's top. It's twice now, it's happened. They're still on Baz's POV.
To be fair, that was a shit one, actually.
Pinging top, pinging top, pinging top, walling top. How has nobody noticed this? I noticed. Like, they're so serious about the cast, and there's just the most unserious gameplay on the screen. Baz is staring at the sky, throwing his wall at the skybox 3 times in a row, and nobody has fucking noticed. Criminal. Actually fucking unreal. I hope you do that tomorrow. I really hope the Dildocs pull that tomorrow. You're gonna win with it. You're gonna win with it.
Did Dilducks lose? Yeah, just. Oh,
No life with a ban equals winnable.
where were we going? I didn't say. Were we going? Runa
I think
Sappy?
Rina Sappy.
This looks Runa Sappy-esque. We don't have all our players, though.
Oh yeah, we are actually down a man. Right. WDG is back with the pauses. Hunter, can you try banning the ban tomorrow? I think I'm not going to do the bans. I think I'm just going to
push
stream the games and I'm going to have no involvement in the match.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do the like, just try and force for penalty.
No, I'm just gonna let TJ do it and co-stream the games. They killed Proby. Yeah, Proby's gone.
I hope you're gonna be outrageously unkind with the ban assessment as well.
Yeah. What the fuck are these bans? What a space station thinking right now.
Who is in charge of
literally
this?
It's all fun and games until we lose to Dilducks and I have to kill myself on stream. You know? Like, it's just...
Oh. Love a dramatic finish, though. Am I going to cast SSG's Master Run next season? I'll be there.
Oh, jeez. You're getting relegated before the big tourney. CJ first banned Lifeweaver first map of our scrim. Yeah, but that's because I permaban Lifeweaver because I'm just taking the piss.
He's just learning from
It's the blind leading the blind. And I learned from Rush, someone who publicly claims to not be terribly interested in the nitty gritty. So, like, really, there's no hope for our team. We're fucked. Your brain dead.
There's a glass houses situation here about a coach not being particularly interested in their job.
At least they don't have a match tomorrow.
No, it's today! There's a hazard mirror going on. It's going to be Tracer versus Sombra as well. And Hazard just taken out immediately there. Probe's able to find a trade, but the tank advantage means Bernard can put out a lot more pressure. Becky is still harassing behind as Zeta Division try and walk forward to confirm more kills. No trades come in from Becky though, and this means Zeta Division getting that robot rolling forward. But Probe is still behind. It's going to be a very late death for a couple of these players here. Probe is still committed to this position. No way out, surely. Not a lot of chance for a trade. Is in the sky and really just extending his death as long as humanly possible here.
Oh, Burner shifting up in main, chasing after Proby, getting that final frag, and Zeta Division, they're going to start to post some meters on the board now. 1 minute first fight, but good grief, the supports are struggling. Poor little J-Hong, only 39% of the way to the Ray, getting 2x by Finn, and these comps can get really out of hand really fast. The snowball can be horrifying. Poor little Pelly with this EMP 69% right now. This can just global Guthrie. When there's no ultimate to respond, they step up to try and contest the cart. If you don't step up, you can see a checkpoint for free. Oh my god, the bowler shot comes out, goes for it, probe, he misses the bowler, but he did hit a rail, so everyone is back. Pelly's had his TP forced, and he's actually stuck in a little bit, if anyone can crash out onto him. Pulse bomb's available for Becky. He wants to get some blinks online and go for the recall. Here he is behind. Everybody posturing forward, ready to swing. Pelican's about to have that EMP. Pulse bombs the wall of his own teammate, gets EMP'd, falls to the virus, a headshot virus no less, and ZETA Division, they get the checkpoint. They capitalize on that ultimate advantage. It was all in Becky and Proby's hands, and the two pulse bomb ultimates were both swings and misses.
Give us some numbers, will you? I think I'm ahead.
Oh, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46.
There we go with
45.
All right. Right up for Finn, ready to go in this next one. Jaehong slightly behind. Rally's going to be shortly to follow as well. Becky made his way onto the Genji now too. Florida's trying to take this angle, look for a few take aim bolts to land into this. Wall behind Guthrie and a slash from Bernard to try and open that one up. Now the downpour comes through. Guthrie avoids the downpour, then just gets run over by that ray. Too much damage, tank advantage now. Zeta Division won this fight, just need to avoid any trades, and I think they should be good for it. They're either going to get a couple of late kills here, and Zeta Division are steamrolling ahead.
Okay. Zeta Division are actually just stealing it away at this point. Feels like this is not the matchup that they needed in order to close it out. Pelly's already 60% to another EMP. Rally for Kivis could be the difference maker if he can just get himself a good angle, but first tempo actually comes out from Alpha Yi. Trade inside, but there it is. Kivis, good for it actually. They win the scrap indoors. Alpha Yi goes down, Burner as well. Pelly's in main, going for gold on Proby. Proby gets 2 packs and a bit of aura healing, but still threatening a trade. Nobody gets the trade. Pelly's behind. He's got EMP once more. Come forward, Jaehong. You're lost in the source. You're so far behind.
It's the new map. He's learning his way around. Give him a chance. Zeta Division going to have this EMP for the next fight. Old Ocean, not great ults to really respond to that EMP with. They're going to have the bowler and the downpour, which is really a lot more opportunity-based ults. Need to force a cooldown and punish something. For now, though, they're happy to play slow, play through Probe instead. Bowler comes out. Bernard is on the backline during all of this, and they find the kill onto Probe as he goes for that bowler. Now, they still have the downpour if Guthrie can find the ability to turn this fight. They backed up to a corner. Becky is very separated behind, coming up close to their EMP. Becky's going to uncloak right in front of Pelican. A counter hack comes through, but Zeta Division, only you got eyes for this robot. They're going to steal that one. Pit will force the fight back, and now it's Old Ocean chasing Zeta Division to get back in position.
Oh, Old Ocean, they've already had the card pushed all the way back into their own territory. EMP comes out. Bit of a dicey one, but Becky will fall to the bowler. The wall from Guthrie was good to keep him alive, block the EMP in the end, but already a 1, make that 2, 3-player advantage for Zeta Division. One more fight, and that's going to be curtains for Old Ocean's run here against Zeta Division.
Running out of time, running out of space, Old Ocean, and they're going to lose their Freya late here in theory. Pelican's going to get the health pack. Should be able to close this one out. I guess not. Stabilizing behind. Messy formation from Old Ocean. They are all over right now as their players are going to respawn in the front, but they've now got Probe on a pretty powerful angle, so Zeta Division may choose to go forward or go backwards. The downpour comes out, locks up the hazard, counter downpour from Bernard. Don't think that finds anyone. They're all locked up, which means these trades are coming through. 3v3 situation all over this. Sombra is Becky. Should be able to finish this kill. Goes for the mini, but no, Flora's there, takes him down. They've got enough kills to save the full cap here, Old Ocean, but far from straightforward.
Yeah, still 4 minutes and 45 seconds that they need to hang on for. Not only do they need to hang on, they need to post a single meter on the board just for their own dignity at this stage. Zeta Division, you know, you can close the curtains at any time. They've won the map. But if Old Ocean want to save face, they might as well put a meter on the board. Pelican's already closing on another EMP. The guy farms them so goddamn quick. Becky over to the Tracer means that the ult fight for Old Ocean is going to be weaker still. Burner on the backstep now, happy to just hold cart. They've still got close spawns enabled, mind you. Finn has the ray. Bowler shot comes out, catches Finn, doesn't rage axe though. He manages to survive, gets the ray out. Big wave of pedos onto Jaehong, and Flora had some bolts onto him as well. So Jaehong disappears into an oddly 33-year-old man-shaped puff of smoke. And Old Ocean, they've gone down with only 1 trade on Pelly, but they still have close spawns.
Still have close spawns. Going to get that kill onto Becky, and now they're going to go threaten the full cap once again. EMP and Rally to follow up with it. Kivis will have a rally of his own. But the EMP in that type of rally trade could be devastating for Old Ocean. Really needs to be careful as they take this one. Becky's going to have a pulse bomb attempt as well, and really, I mean, Old Ocean needs something to start going for them. They need some of these ults to start connecting. They need probes to maybe start landing a few more picks because they are on the ropes a little bit here. This pulse bomb is not going to be remotely close to Flora. Now going to have to rely on this rally trade, but eyes on Pelican for this EMP to come in. Will be cloaking up behind. I think Old Ocean have an idea of where he is now, but they're going to try and push forward. Hack on probe as this rally trade comes through. Bowler out from Flora as well. Pressure onto Kivis. Finn actually dies. They choose to go forward. They've outpaced Pelican a little bit. He's left chasing them. He's killed probe late, but no chance to use this EMP. And they're going to lose the fight. No, now Pelican wants to EMP. He thinks he can clutch. It was a 2v4 or something like that, I think. Pelican invests the EMP. Dies immediately after getting a single trade. And that is an ult down the pisser from Pele.
Oh, classic Pelly pisser there, giving Old Ocean a foot in the door. Everyone from ZETA still gets the close spawns, and it's not like Old Ocean have a whole lot to keep on snowballing with. But at the end of the day, their dignity's about to be saved. They're about to get their first meter. There it is! 1 meter on the board and counting. They are multiplying their meterage by the second right now. So this is a real boon for Old Ocean as they get back into the game. Truly exponential growth. But it's starting to peter out at this point. It's slowed right down. Burner, well, at least, you know, as a function of the 1 to 2 to 4, it's no longer being square. Anyhow, Garoom, he gets the downpour, catches Burner. He gets hacked up by Pelly in the back though. He's also downpoured, and that means that he can no longer throw up the hands. He can't block. He's forced out of the fight. He's looking like TVNT in a photo shoot. And Old Ocean, they lose the fight. Becky is the last man standing, and not a single member of ZETA Division has been traded.
Becky's going to preserve his position behind right now, try and come in for that flank later in this next fight. But Old Ocean, heavy ult investment, not a lot of value. It's going to be Bowler versus Bowler into this one. Berets will be coming up mid-fight. All about finding that value. For now, though, ZETA Division, they're from the driving seat. The leader's so big, they're going to be forced back to this corner, but they'll be happy to play the slow fight here. They don't need to rush anything. The onus is very much on Old Ocean to make the first move, and you see Flora immediately backing up to this big top of the slope position. Happy to take these long-range duels. Hits 1 bolt. Can't find the second, though. Taking the duel again. 1 bolt lands, 2 bolts land. Probe on the back foot, but is receiving full pocket. The ults are building up here. It's actually going to be Probe who tries to start it. Kivitz has swung so aggressively, but it's helped find Finn, actually. They've got this pick. Now Probe is forced for Sombra out as well. Sombra's 1 HP. Pelican lives somehow. They're trying to find this cloaked up Sombra, but there's also other players to kill. These players are visible. They'll be easier to find.
Yeah, oh my
Can
God,
go deal with these ones. Alfie finds a trade onto Kivis, so they win the fight, Old Ocean, but kind of egregious that they actually lose a player that late in the fight.
Yeah, that one's on Guthrie, to be honest. Alpha Yi was right in front of him, and he starts just tunneling on Burner, chasing him across the map. Burner was posing no threat to anybody, and Alpha Yi was just right there, low-hanging fruit, right for the picking. I'm not going to call it a comeback, because, I mean, this is so far separated from being a comeback, but I have been here for years, and honestly, Old Ocean, this is their best chance yet. Double support, ultimate, manual hack on a Proby, fly in from Burner, gets nothing. That means he's got no shift. Now they can crash out with the orbital ray. Finn, he swings, he gets hit, he gets bowled. Flora gets bowled, he actually goes down. That's not a bowl, it's just a bowl. Rally comes out from Alpha Yi. Kivy rallies in the corner. Proby's traded. It's an even fight right now. Big bash from Kivis, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. That's 2 players dead for Old Ocean. But, oh, it's over. It's over. There's an EMP. Burner's got the downpour. There's no ultimates left for Old Ocean. It's Jaehong versus the world, and they're about to disrespect the old man. He's not staggering, he's just hiding. He's gone for the touch.
Well, no, I mean, staggering good for him. Jaehong is playing for the touch. There's a Wolvo. Oh, no, we have to go the long way around. The touch, Jaehong, the touch. They'll kill the Sombra instead. ZETA Division will close it out 3-1. Expected result.
Making it look easy in the end.
Yeah. I mean, outside of a Lifeweaver situation on Saravasa, everything was pretty smooth sailing for ZETA Division. But maybe there's an idea somewhere with this Lifeweaver.
Next up, could be match of the day, to be honest. I mean, I saw people in my chat saying, is today going to be 3-0, 3-0, 3-0? I think there's no way that T1 can't get a map off Crazy Raccoon. When T1 were losing to Way, it was like they were playing so much monkey. It was like an honest monkey mirror all the way through. I'm pretty sure. Dark's a beast on the horse. I reckon that'll be a great Juno Brig horse team, like for sure.
Yeah, on paper, I think it should match up quite nicely. And really, actually, when we look at how Crazy Raccoon have done in some of these previous Orisa metas, it's not been the strongest look for them compared to something else. Like, it's not like jumping bad at it, but it's really not the strongest look. So I think there is a time here.
I think Someone's written Lip is ill in my chat. I don't know if that means Lip isn't playing. Is Max going to play DPS? But like on top of that too, Juno Brig meta with Chorong and Shu. I don't think that's good for them at all. They rely so much on, you know, Shu's carry, and he can't do that on Juno. Keep that to yourself, MA716CK. But nice first time chat. Welcome.
Chiron, you've deflected a timeout, but there was no timeout in play. Let me see if I can...
I'll spend some channel points to use on Chiron twice, so then they can't deflect it. Pull your stream up. I'm just trying to scroll past the Titans channel right now to find the logo of streamers like you.
probably at about 8 pages back.
Yeah, like I see Titan at 1.
Oh,
Another
Juby's already
Titan at
refunded
2.
it. You can
Oh,
still fight him if you
Juby!
want.
How many points do I have right now? I only have 13k. I'm gonna guess I need to start idling your stream.
You have 13k in my chat, but I have
Yeah.
250k in
200k
your
in
chat.
mine. It shows you, you know, how the relationship works, right? Who's using who? Our relationship is transactional. There is no friendship here.
Yeah, well, I've got more in the bank, so I think I'm winning the transaction. That's how it works.
Exactly. True, true.
Oh, wait. Now,
Oh my god. What?
Jet has come in to time out Chiron. One deflect comes through. Ondra deflects it back onto Chiron.
네, 오늘의
What does
첫
it
번째
cost
경기
to
제타
time
디비전이
someone out?
승리를 가져갑니다.
10k to time someone out,
감사합니다.
20k to deflect.
네, 오늘 승리
Juby started the countdown.
13K.
Chiron is out.
자, 전승 행진을 이어가고 있죠.
And they're gone. They're out. They're tapped out.
Wait, reward is on cooldown? What?
솔직히 말해서
Oh, someone just used the timeout on Chiron. Yeah. Deflect has no
You can't-
cooldown, but the timeout has a bit of a cooldown.
How long?
Literally no idea. Maybe Juby knows.
Official Darth Head roll on Discord for 300k. What a fucking, what a waste of money that is. Let's see who your chatters are. Let's see who I'm missing. Who abandons me? On Draka, I see you.
You've got a real. This is a real sort of desperate X type type approach.
To be honest, not a lot of traders in here. Not a lot of traders. Cronus OW with a TVNT Kanda. I make a crack about TVNT in a photo shoot and you're typing in Xavier's chat, Jay. You make me sick.
Don't listen to him, Jay. He's just upset. He's taken the breakup poorly. He realised he was losing the transactional relationship.
Dude.
그 정도는 아닌 것 같아요.
그 정도는 아닌 것 같습니다라고 딱 말씀을 해주셨습니다. 자, 플로라 선수의 프레야.
Hunter could take a map off Crazy Raccoon if he dropped Bliss, Kelvin, Lenny, Seeker, CJ, and Squid, and then picked up Jumba, Max, Liv, Heesung, Shu, and Chorong. Wise. Very wise.
That would actually that would really hamper Crazy Raccoon quite a bit too.
That would absolutely kneecap them.
프레야는
Moon shows up to work and he's just got
어려운 캐릭터라고
no players.
생각하거든요.
Just Max.
저도 처음엔 잘 못했는데
Just Max.
연습량이
Max is good for
제일
it, mate.
중요한 것 같아서 많이 해보시고 감을 좀 익히시고
Why did EA forget how to play Overwatch in the last 2 years? They've gone backwards, mate.
굉장히 따뜻하십니다. 보통 꿀팁
They've gone
알려달라고 하면
backwards.
잘 쏘십시오.
They think they're the best, but then they go to the international tournament and they're actually the worst. They're like Chinese level.
네, 플로라 선생님께서 스킬 배분을 좀 더 잘하시고
Not even the good Chinese level either.
자, 그리고
Yeah, exactly.
한
Like
경기
they're-
상대가 어떻든 간에 정말 최선을
Yeah,
다하는
it's
경기를
disaster.
보여주고 계신데요.
Oh, you want an emote added? Let's see it.
영우님, 뉴욕
Oh,
대회에서
Max
응원하고
shocked.
있습니다.
You get Max shocked going.
하시고 쿼카 미소를
God.
보여주시라. 이 쿼카 미소?
Diva and Malga makes you drop 20 IQ. Yeah, it literally gives you brain damage if you play those heroes. And if you play the, God help you if you play the holy trinity of bot ground tanks when you're playing Malga, Ram, and Orisa, dude. If you are good at those 3 heroes, that's like minus 35 IQ. That's like you are legally entitled to a carer in your home for the rest of your life.
The tax benefits for Orisa players and Malga players has gone too far.
Rory says, dude. Cronus says, facts. I'm not 35. You are definitely... Let's get a Rory trim going. Any Rory subs able to help me out here? I need Nightbot to be subbed to that channel so it can use the emotes, you know? I thought Nightbot was subbed to every channel. I thought it could use everything.
Sure. Presume so.
Thank you, I love Macedonia 2004. Knew you could come in clutch. Why aren't you subbed? You're rich. Act broke, stay rich, Rory.
Oh. A first time from Copire, or Kafire. Why is Zeta actually good now? I don't know. The Alpha Gambit has really paid off, I think. I was really skeptical.
Yeah, they were so shit before going to map 7 with Falcons and all that. So like, it's pretty bummy team, to be honest.
Yeah, but I thought it would be a drop off at least, right? I thought it would be like quite a significant drop off, but they've actually zero drop off.
They've rolled an insanely lucky meta where Lucio is really unimportant. Genji and Sombra are two of the best picks for flex DPS. Like, it's really fortunate that like all of the heroes where Pelican is like probably better than or equal to Alpha Yi, he's getting to play them right now, and he's not having to like get exposed on Tracer. And then Alpha Yi's just getting to like chop it up on like Brig and never have to play the Alpha Lucio.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was even
the
true.
They played the Alpha Lucio, they lost, right? Like.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also true as well. Now, even at the Hangzhou Major, actually, Lucio just feels like a much less viable hero. Not less viable, but just is really not essential. You can play alternate versions that are just as effective. So even though Lucio still has a place and Korea Lucio is still good, particular maps, particular matchups, actually you can just get away with not playing Lucio in a lot of situations.
Yeah, double flex support. It's really in. It's really in now. So popular. All the kids are doing it. All the kids are saying it's so cool.
Old Ocean were doing it as well. Everyone's doing it. Because Old Ocean also just have like 2 flex support players, really. But there's now seems to be like an increasing swell, and maybe particularly in Korea, of flex supports who have an alright Brig on them. And it's really just providing pretty good options. Nog Friend also wants to know, what comp should we play against SSG today? What's the matchup you struggle most in scrims, Max? Unrelated.
I want them to play Winston on a Brig and Winston Lucio Kyria into us every map. I think that's probably going to give us the hardest time.
That's going to give you the hardest one, is it?
I think we'll struggle with that. Like yeah, just play Winston every map.
I mean, a Sombra ban into a Lifeweaver on Surabasa seems to go quite hard as well, for what it's worth.
Like, Blissey ain't going to be matching the Lifeweaver by the time we load into that.
If you can bait Bliss into the Lifeweaver mirror, then you have SSG exactly where you want him.
I mean, surely, you know, you've got like a little Minjay wrecking ball coming at them if they have the audacity to play Lifeweaver. Like, he's just, you know, wheeling and dealing. Like, Waze double flex is goated. Yeah. Play Naga, SSG will just lock Winston and lose. Method.
Right. Nog Friend says it sounds good. Reaper Torb Roadhog is for
Oh god.
Wait, this is actually let's ping check for Winston, shall we?
Holy shit, dude. Reaper Torghog. Like, if only you could pick like a Rissa or something to beat something like that, you know what I mean? I think the best way to beat SSG is a non-partner team made up of non-Americans. No, Nightmare's made up of all Americans now, right? Like, we just lost to Nightmare again, and they have another they have a fully different roster, and everyone's American now, right? We can't even say that we lost to a bunch of Europeans and Kuffa. And
no, it seems the problem wasn't actually the nationality of the opponents; it was in fact the ability of the team.
No. Don't say that. It's the brand. The brand. It's Nightmare. It's Flash.
You just can't deal with purple?
Yeah, purple. Kryptonite. Any purple heroes? Hazard?
Sombra?
Hazard, Sombra. Purple supports? Arna gives people...
I guess Moira?
Purples. Yeah.
I can beat some
Arna Moira,
Ooh,
Reaper,
Widow.
Sombra, Hazard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Widow. Yeah, minus Reaper, plus Widow. Team Liquid 3 DPS? Yeah, Team Liquid's got 3 flex DPS. In case one of their flex DPS has a sick day, they can be super flexible all the time with 3 flex DPS.